Let's all admit it. Every single year, the awards ceremony for anime that gets the most attention is always the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, despite the fact that most everybody hates it. It's just a popularity contest. What's on the list is literally on Mal. Just search Mal, go top anime of the year, and that's the list. You don't even need to watch the ceremony. It's just the most popular. And that's unfortunately what a lot of the judges, that's all they watched, is those top 3 or 4 shows, and everything else is lost. But there's a lot of other ceremonies out there. Every year, everybody's upset about it, and then you have a lot of people that are going, well, this is over here, anime trending's over here, you have Reddit's over here, and they're so much better. Every single year, they're just better lists. Let's just face it. It's like, why is suddenly we get these other lists where it feels like people actually watch things? That's the big surprise. And yes, I have my own list. We have the Otaku Spirit Anime Cast every single year. We watch pretty much every single show. We get everything a shot, and we do our list. And it's a lot of fun. It's fun recognizing anime. That was the original thing that drew me to be a judge of the Crunchyroll Anime Awards when I used to judge for them. It was cool, a way to celebrate anime. But every year, it feels like more and more so they're not celebrating anime because they're just celebrating the top shonens. Well, today, I want to take a moment to go through Anime Trendings Awards, which they had held like 2 days ago. And I already seen, full disclosure, I have seen their pick for Anime of the Year. It was hard to miss as I scrolled through Twitter, but that also pretty much made me want to go check out their list. I'm like, wow, that won. That show won. I'm really shocked because I really, really like that show. So let's take a moment to go through Anime Trendings list and see what they actually awarded. We're going to start things off with their genre list. We go through here. We have Action or Adventure Anime of the Year. As you can see, it's Jujutsu Kaisen. Not a shock to me. Honestly, when I did my Action Adventure, or we split up Action Adventure. When we did our action list, yes, for sure, Jujutsu Kaisen got it for me, I think. I fully acknowledge if somebody asked me, hey, what's a good action show? It's going to be Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, it's a very easy one to give. It does suck to have adventure along with it because I feel like adventure is so much different. I mean, you can see it with this list. We have number 2 is, yes, Heavenly Delusions. Heavenly Delusion is a pure mystery adventure type of series. And the adventure of it was so much fun. It was what's next? What was down the path? That is what is a large part of it. But I'm sure I think they might have a mystery option later on. I don't know, but we'll see. But again, I think it's a good list. I like the idea of Jujutsu Kaisen being number 1 because, again, even though it's not my favorite show, it's by far not my favorite show, I do acknowledge it for that. Eminence Shadows, no. Not for me, no. I think Eminence Shadows is more in the category of comedy, that type of stuff. It's not really... the action's not that good, in my opinion. I know I'm going to get some hate for that one. I covered it weekly. I enjoy the show, but I enjoy it for something completely different. Its action's not that good, especially second season. A lot of the action scenes just weren't really there. The studio that held together just kind of did a lot of action shots. You didn't really get to see the actual flow of combat. It's a lot of like, here's the end results of a swing of a sword, that kind of stuff. So not really in my category. Vinland Saga, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You may be in the adventure area. I can kind of see it, but it's so much more drama in the second season. I mean, there was some combat sequences, but it wasn't the focus. Mushoku Tensei, yes, definitely going into the adventure category. There was like a couple of action scenes. Zom 100, for sure, a really great action show. Highly recommend. Spy Family Season 2, definitely can suggest that just because there was a lot of action with Yor herself in that season. Magical Revolution, I think that fits both those categories very well. The action is really good, and there is a sense of adventure in there as well. I guess that kind of is falling off. Bungo Stray Dogs, really surprised to see that there. Really, like, with it against Jujutsu Kaisen, I would peg this against Jujutsu Kaisen as an action show. But yeah, it's a lot more other stuff in there as well. Buddy Daddies, pretty decent as well. Comedy, Mashal. Sure. It wasn't for me. Comedy is super, super subjective. So I can't agree, but I'm for those that found that really funny, good on you. I didn't finish it, full disclosure. It wasn't funny, so I stopped watching it. If it's in a comedy series and I'm not laughing, I'm not gonna watch it. It's just not for me. 100 Girlfriends, though, I think that was my number 1. So I'm glad to see that it's at least number 2, and it's like literally neck and neck with Mashal. Definitely 100 Girlfriends for me, that's my jam. That was what made me laugh. Tomo-chan, Yes, there's a lot of funny in that. Spy Family, no. I like literally. I would say like over half the show is not funny. It's action. It's assassination. Now there's comedy sprinkled throughout it, so I acknowledge that as well. But Innocent Shadows, again, this is where it should be. Onimai, number 6. Somebody there's an award ceremony that actually recognized that Onimai exist. Literally my anime of the year. Happy to see that there. That's still a lot of fun there. Konosuba, an explosion is wonderful. Woof. Somebody found that funny. I don't know. It was not Konosuba for me. Konosuba is easily one of the most funny series of all time. But Explosion was not. Explosion was not. It was not. Zom 100, I wanted it to be more funny. It wasn't that funny. Horimiya, it was gross. There was some funny points in there. There was some smile points. Buddy Daddies wasn't as funny for me. My Love Story with Yamada at level 99. I think we ran out of funnies, I guess, if we put that one up there. If we're putting My Love Story up there, I think we're running out of nominations. Let's move on. Drama. Oshinoko. Thank you. It's not Attack on Titan. Thank you. It's not Attack on Titan's not even in the list. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Attack on Titan's not even there. Thank you so much. But yes, Oshinoko, massively deserved. My Happy Marriage, good second there. Insomniacs After School. I don't think so. I would put Vinland Saga even above Insomniacs. I didn't really feel much drama in Insomniacs. I mean, there was drama beats, but it wasn't very dramatic, like, at all, which is a good thing. I don't like melodrama. Mushoku Tensei, yes, it definitely fits in the category. It's a lot of drama in that regard. It wasn't as heavy as I would hope it to be, but there's some really good points in there as well. And of course, I technically knew what was going to happen because I read the novel beforehand, so I knew at least that segment. Don't start putting spoilers down below. I'm only on volume 17. Ancient Magus Bride, somebody watched it, cool. Undead Murder Farce, sort of. Shot Overtake, thank you. Only got 527 votes, but at least somebody watched Overtake. Overtake was super good. Like, I would in this list right here, I'd probably put Overtake like right below Oshinoko. Like, it's so good. It is so good. And this is unfortunately probably because not many people watched it. Because if you watched it, chef kiss, dude. Overtake's great. Moving on. Fantasy Anime of the Year. It's fine. I'm not going to give Innocent Shadows any awards, in my opinion. That looks like it would be the first season, I guess. But no. It's fine, though. It's just not my favorite show. Mushoku Tensei, right underneath there. Definitely, again, glad to see that somebody, at least an award ceremony, is acknowledging Mushoku Tensei and is putting up that high. Good season of Danmachi for sure. Mashal, I would not even put it up there. I mean, it's fantasy, but again, not my favorite. Magi Revo, love to see that up there. Again, it felt like Magi Revo got completely snuffed in the Anime Awards, which is kind of surprising. Let's face it, the people behind the Anime Awards is a certain group of people that would probably want to at least hold up the idea of celebrating a Yuri series. So you would think that they would want to push something like that. Not to say that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you'd think that'd be something they'd be celebrating. I mean, they did. Okay, easy way to explain this. When Yuri on Ice came out, there was a certain group that really pushed that, and Crunchyroll loved it. Crunchyroll was celebrating it. I mean, if I remember correctly, the first Anime Awards was the Yuri on Ice thing, I think. And yeah, they went nuts over it. I mean, they were doing like goofy panels about like Yuri on Ice, like airing and everything like that. So they were really celebrating it. And you would think that Magi Revo would be one of those cases where they would do that. I mean, it was, for me, I loved it. I love the Yuri on that series. I typically don't like Yuri because it's always pushy. And in that case, Magi Revo was a beautiful series with some beautiful romance in it. So anyways, let's think of that. We're looking at anime trendings. Hanamane Sato, thank you. Saito is being recognized. Thank you. Yeah, it's a really solid fantasy series. A lot of funny humor around fantasy. It's very much a comedy around fantasy, spoofing everything of it. Arknight's nice. See somebody actually acknowledging Arknight was great. Reign of the Spellblades, that fell off. I admit that fell off. Music Anime of the Year, Blue Orchestra. Somebody watched Blue Orchestra. Good on ya. I still want to get caught up on that. I I got sidetracked, and I wanted to so badly get back to it. A few people I trusted kind of said that it falls off, so I was like, maybe I'll get back to it eventually, and I never did. Cinderella Girls U149, that's interesting to see up on there. Bang Dream is my go. That's great. I hate the melodrama in it, but I really did enjoy it. The main girl, the singer, loved her story. Loved her story. Yohane was better than I thought it would be, but it wasn't much of a music show. I mean, they did like a song like every other episode, if I remember correctly, but okay, sure. Mystery Psychological. This is where Heavily Delusion wins, and yes, it should win. You can't put it up against Oshinoko on drama, but you could put it up against Mystery and Psychological. Hell yeah. That's my jam in that one, and it was so good. Heavenly Delusions is one of those rare shows where every single week I'm excited to see what happens, and I'm speculating on what's going to happen. The mystery, when the mystery has you every single week going, I wonder what's going to happen, and you're drawing your own conclusions, you're trying to make connections before it tells you, that's a sign of a good show. I had the same feeling with Summertime Render. Had the same feeling with this. Super deserved. Awesome. And yeah, I'm good with Oshinoko being right behind then. Dark Gathering. Love seeing that up there. I love Dark Gathering. Glad to see it that high. Bungo Stray Dogs. This list right here is so good. This top 5, top 4, yeah, even Nier Automata, top 5 is just super good. Undead Murder Farce unfortunately fell off for me. Megan Dali is great to see up there as well. Good stuff. Good list. Super good list. Romance. Yes. Now, well, okay. I can see why people would put My Happy Marriage above Dangers in My Heart for season 1, Danger in My Heart. Now, for me personally, enjoyment-wise, I would still put Danger in My Heart above My Happy Marriage, even though My Happy Marriage seemingly has more, like, connecting romance. Like, they're getting further. But I'm not going to really judge a show based on how far they get. My Happy Marriage is very much so more for supernatural, it's politics, whereas Danger in My Heart is purely about these two coming together slowly and surely. So I would definitely still say Danger in My Heart is my number 1 in this list. It's very close. It's my 2%. What is this, like 200 votes? 250 votes right here? I would still put it above it, but I'm mad. I'm not mad. Angel Next Door, Supposing Rotten, throw that away. Insomniacs After School, really solid. My Love Story, I was very surprised how well they did the romance in My Love Story. That was a very good one. 100 Girlfriends, Really Love You. It's more comedy, but yes, it's got some romance sprinkled throughout there. Horimiya should never be in there. It shouldn't have been in the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. It's a skip content series. Please stop acknowledging skip content series. Please, people. Magical Revolution, really good. This should be way higher. This should be probably up here, maybe 3rd? I don't remember where I put it for myself. Saints Magic Power, it's a very weak season, but I'm glad it's like, I like the first season of Saints Magic Power, and then like the last episodes of season 2. The rest of season 2 is like, it wasn't good. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't fun like it typically is. I really love the first season, and I love the ending of second season. I'll just say that. Sci-fi over mecha. Dr. Stone makes sense. People love Dr. Stone. I enjoy Dr. Stone. It's not my favorite, but I really enjoy it. I can't explain it. This should have been higher. Heavenly Delusion should be a number 1. That's my number 1. Witch of Mercury, woof. The ending wasn't great. Paris and Frost should be higher. I love Arknight so freaking much. Gene of AI, surprised to see that there. Gene of AI is actually really, really good. I highly suggest it. Now, Gene of AI, I would admit, is like one of those series where you want to find out from somebody where the good episodes are. Because it's kind of one of those ones where like every episode has 2 stories, and one of them's going to suck and one of them's going to be good. Sometimes you'll get both are good. Sometimes you get both are bad. So it's one of those, the best episode, the one that I enjoyed the most was easily the AI anime producer. There's this one guy that's just making an anime by himself, and he's using AI to turn it into animation, and he's writing his own stories while everybody else is using AI to write stories, and thus they don't like it because it's too violent. And AI has to follow these rules. It was a really cool story, and it was so like on time and on point for the current discussions around AI. So yeah, Slice of Life anime. Thank you. No, thank you. Why the hell is Spy Family Season 2 the number 1 Slice of Life anime of the year? Okay, this is my first WTF. This is your first Crunchyroll move. Anime Trending, you just made a Crunchyroll move. You made a popularity contest Crunchyroll Anime Awards move with putting Spy Family and people voting on it to get number 1. Spy Family's just not a slice of life. Give me a break. Never in my mind when I'm watching Spy Family do I go, man, this is a great slice of life. No, slice of life is mundane life. Yes, it can be comical. Yes, it can have drama, but it's not like a full-on comedy action series. That's not a slice of life. Ugh. No. Is it even classified as a slice of life anywhere? Let me see. I gotta check. Yeah, no website is listing this as a slice of life. Anyways, Skip and Loafer, yes, solid, really Skip and Loafer is a slice of life. If you want to know what a slice of life is, go watch Skip and Loafer. That is the epitome of slice of life, not Spy Family. Angel Next Door, Spoils Me Rotten. Maybe Hori. There you go. You guys are acknowledging Horimiya piece. Please stop. Please stop acknowledging Skip content shows. Please. It was like just literally like an entire episode was jokes about Kotatsus that they forgot to put in the original series. Oh, it was so dumb. Anyways, Tomo-chan is a girl. Okay. I wouldn't really, again, it's more it's a rom-com. And Horimiya Piece is a rom-com. Okay, so basically action comedy, actual slice of life. This is a romance right here. Horimiya Piece is a rom-com. Masterful Cat is that's more comedy. You can maybe sneak I wouldn't even put Slice of Life in Masterful Cat. I love it. I love that show. Buddy Daddies, comedy action. Insomniacs After School, Slice of Life, drama. Ice Guy rom-com. Saints Magic Power, fantasy, romance. The only Slice of Lives you really actually have in here is Insomniacs and Skip and Loafer. So this is a bad list. And do you know what makes it worse? The best slice of life show of the entire year isn't on the list. Yuzuki Family's Four Sons. Literally the anime of the year slice of life show. The best anime slice of life show of the year. I had to say that right. It was my anime of the season last year, I think, ? I don't remember. But yeah, for fall. But yeah, it's a bad list. This is the first. I'm sorry, Anime Trending. This is your first bad list. This is a horrific list. I'm sorry. Sports. Let's move on. Sports. Blue Lock. Fully acknowledge it. I didn't finish it, but I get the hype and I acknowledge people that love it. It took 68% of the votes. That's crazy. For me personally, Overtake. Wow, that's a toughie. Overtake and Tsurune are the two that I loved. These two right here were so freaking fantastic. I would probably say... See, what I liked about Overtake was more the drama. It wasn't really the sport. Tsurune nailed the sport. So if for sports specifically, I would probably say Tsurune and then Overtake. There you go. But yeah, there wasn't much sports last year to really work with. Supernatural. Yes, glad to see Heaven of Illusion once again taking number one. Barely squeaking by. Jujutsu Kaisen almost took it. Almost took it from it. Which, yes, for Supernatural, I would say, for sure, Heavenly Delusion. By no competition. But yeah, Zom 100, Hell's Paradise, Jujutsu Kaisen, Bungo Stray Dogs. I wish that was higher. I love Bungo Stray Dogs. Happy Marriage. Yeah, sure. Dead Mount, yeah. Ice Guy, Inspector. Interesting. Finally seeing Inspector. I forgot that was last year. All right, that's the genres. Let's move on. I'm not gonna look at theme song. Well, let's browse theme songs. Let's see. What are they doing? Like openings and endings. Openings, again, Yasubi Idol should win because it literally was like the most popular show of the song of like in sales, like topping the charts in Japan and everything for the longest time. I think it's still selling like hotcakes. I think it's probably all over the karaoke machines because it's like Evangelion's opening. That's like insanely successful and made them bukus of money because it just every karaoke machine has to have it. So it made a lot of money. The rest of it, it's Innocent Arrogance, yeah. Spiral, Longman. Any other ones that I really kind of jump out at me? Not really, unless I'm forgetting something, because they're just the names. Sometimes I only recognize them by the show that it's actually in. Happiness of the Dead, and we know what that one is. Fine, whatever. Let's move on. Aspect Awards. Best Adapted Screenplay. Yeah, I guess Oshinoko, that's a solid win. Best in Animation, Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm glad to see Onimai is number 3 because this is my jam right here. I love this kind of stuff. I would put probably Demon Slayer above Jujutsu, but that's just a personal preference. Don't come at me. There's a lot of Jujutsu's animation that's a lot of smears, and I guess people don't really understand what that means because apparently there is a group that's like, oh, everything's a smear. What I mean specifically is when you legit don't see what the character's at or what they look like. You can't get a sense of where they're at in perspective with each other. So two people, like, Jujutsu Kaisen, what I love, that bathroom fight. When they were in the bathroom, the water spraying, the blood squirt and all that kind of stuff, that was a fantastic animation. Because it's choreography, it's all about the movements, each blow, each exchange, each counter. You can see where the character's at. You know where they're at in the room. You know where each one of them is positioned compared to each other. Then it goes to like a fight like in the big city when suddenly it's just like characters are flying through the air, through buildings, and it's just a lot of smearing colors. You don't actually, you can't, if you pause the frame, you can't see where the character's at. You don't know which one of these blurs is the character. As long as I can see the character, I know where they're at, and I know where they're positioned in accordance to each other, I like it. Again, I think my favorite scenes of all time for Jujutsu Kaisen was easily, again, that bathroom fight. The later fight in... God, I'm blanking on his name right now. The clap guy. The later fight with him in the first season was absolutely incredible. I actually, if I remember correctly, I actually nominated that for Crunchyroll Anime Awards one year. That's how much I loved it. So I'm not anti-Jujutsu Kaisen. It's just I like when it's not smears. So... despite the fact that Demon Slayer used a lot of, like, CGI fishes and stuff like that, I liked a lot of the animation. It's the style, really, for me, for Demon Slayer. But Onimai still takes the cake for me. And yes, technically, for me, Heavenly Delusion had some incredible animation in its fights. Zom 100 did an incredible job. Spy Family did incredible. This is a good pick of stuff. Linking Shot, really incredible as well. Sound, really, for me, for Tsunade. Sound was great. Overtake, no. Overtake, no. There was some great animation pieces in U-149 as well. Character designs, Oshinoko. Yeah, sure. Yeah, maybe. Besides, like, the lizard girl. The celebrity at the skull with the lizard eyes. Nope. I like a lot of the 100 girlfriends designs. Surprised not seeing a lot of them in here, but there's some good ones. I wouldn't really put Stardust Telepath in here. They weren't that unique, but they're good. Bungo's great as well. Yeah. Moving on. Best in episode directing and storyboarding. That's getting very specific. I'm moving on. Original screenplay. I mean, there's some good picks. I'm not a big fan of I enjoyed Buddy Daddies, don't get me wrong. Just not that massive a fan of it, so that's a good one. Magical Destroyers. I liked a few of the episodes a lot. Yohane was a big surprise for me. But wasn't that based on a manga? I don't know if that's an original screenplay. 16-bit is original. I mean, it has a manga, but it's different story. I hate it, though. I hate it. Best in series and visuals. It's very specific. But yeah, good list. Love seeing, again, there must have been some big Heavenly Delusion fans behind this awards group. Best in soundtrack, Vinland Saga, can't disagree. Eminence in Shadow, it's okay. Spy Family, Kaisen, okay. Best in voice cast, again, very specific. We'll move on. Let's see. What's left? Is it the anime of the year is what's left? Character awards? Boy of the year. Gyul. Who is a big fan of... who was pumping the votes over here? I mean, Gyul was, yes, very super popular when that show was airing, but his conclusion to his story sucked. I'm sorry. His story, the conclusion sucked. I rooted for the guy, but it wasn't that great. Come on. Sid, hell no. He's like the worst part of the show for me. I'm sorry. Aqua, he's, again, not a very interesting character. I think the other characters are the interesting character. Aqua's not interesting. In Oshinoko, so far, Aqua is not interesting. He's not an interesting character. He's very one note. So far, I have expectations for him, but his interesting aspects to him is a playoff of other characters. Really solid first episode, though, obviously, but from then on, it's just kind of, he's just him. He's just Aqua, waiting for the next chance that he can get something that he can use. Some really good character moments, though. I love, like, his little acting job that he did and everything was great. Not discounting that, but, Rentaro, he's a good boy. He's a good, solid harem protagonist. He takes care of his girls, even though he let somebody drift off in the pool and didn't keep an eye on her. This is a big failure. Ichikawa definitely is a solid character. Love it. Thorfinn is an amazing character as well. Gojo, I admit, I have a crush for Gojo. He's literally the only reason I watched that show. Probably why the second half of the Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 was boring for me. Maybe. Lloyd, no. He's a boring character. Nothing to him. He shouldn't even be on the list. He's barely in the second season, but following Anya around the boat, hoping that he doesn't offend her and look like a bad dad. Terrible. Sorry. Okay, decent. Rudius, of course, yes, I'm always a big fan. I'm biased, though. I love the novel series. Dr. Stone, really solid. I would actually say Ryusui is my favorite character there, not so much Senku. But still, he's a good character. Anyways, that's a good list there, I guess. Besides some of the upper echelon there. A Girl of the Year, Kana, yes, I love her to death. Kana, best girl. Sorry, come at me. Angel, really? No. Anna, hell yeah, deserved. Akane, I hurt for her, but yeah, I guess. Your Forger, she's my favorite character, but again, this show's fallen off for me. Misuzu, yes. Literally made the show. Literally, if Misuzu was not in that show, I would never have watched it. It would just be like, nope, I'm done. Anisfia, yes. Yes. I love people actually acknowledging Magi Revo. Euphilia and Anisfia are fantastic characters. Anisfia herself is a very fun character. Love her. Basically a mixture between fun, a mixture of a little bit of heart down inside there, passion, and then all kind of culminating to a very like all-rounded character with like some difficulties kind of mixed in that she's hiding. She's a great character. Love her to death. Mitsumi is a fantastic character as well. Some good choices here. Zom 100, shrug. Mio, solid, I guess. Ruby, she's going to have her moment to shine. Like, she didn't really get much time to shine except for like the very end. I'm hoping that we get more of Ruby, but she kind of feels like she got left behind quite a bit. Raeliana's a really great character. I just think the show itself has a crappy ending. Like, the show just kind of peters off at some point. Karane, yes, best girl of 100 girlfriends. Surprised I didn't see more of them on here. Chizuru, yeah, because the mangaka wants you to know. Couple of the Year. Yes, Anna and Kyotaro. Yes. Thank you. Where's it at? Yeah, this should be higher. Magical Girlfriend, Magical Revo should be higher. Magical Girlfriend. Magi Revo should be higher. Really, definitely should. There's some fans of Angel Next Door. Shrug for me. Sorry. Decent, yeah. Who watches Spy Family and goes, my gosh, these two are a great couple? Like, they barely ever interact. I mean, yes, they did have the whole date when she got shot in the butt, but they barely ever interact. I'm sorry. Horimiya, again, skip content. Please don't. Don't acknowledge skip content shows. Not really. I'm sorry, not really with Tomo-chan. I'm not feeling it too much. Ice Guy, she's great. Fusky is great. He's kind of okay. Karane and Rentaro, yes. Yes, this is the ship. I'm glad that everybody agrees this is the ship right here. Shale and Ane is actually a surprise too. The second part was really good. Supporting Boy of the Year. I'm not going to go through these. Supporting Girl, whatever. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Let's go on to Anime of the Year. I don't care about the Movie of the Year because I didn't watch much movie. Unfortunately, I don't get much access to them over here. But yeah, Anime of the Year. Again, Heavenly Delusion. Good pick. It's something besides Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen's actually 5. Vinland Saga is pretty high, but I acknowledge Vinland Saga a lot more than Jujutsu Kaisen as being like, for what I'm meaning here is based on anime awards for Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll Anime Awards was like Vinland Saga, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Attack on Titan. It's like those ones. Everything is those. Even some Chainsaw Man mixed in there, which I actually like Chainsaw Man, so I'm not against that either. But Vinland Saga, of all of them, I'm like, that's actually genuinely a good show all around that I personally enjoyed. So it's my own taste. It's not that you have to not like Jujutsu Kaisen and that you're bad for liking Jujutsu Kaisen, or that you shouldn't like the Anime Awards picks. It's just for me personally, I'm not a fan of it. There's like all these other shows that are the good shows for me. Like for me, Heavenly Delusions, yes, amazing series. Oshinoko, yes, amazing. Vinland Saga, besides the fact that they dragged out 14 episodes into 2 cores, which they shouldn't have done, the pacing was way too off for me. Personally, it felt like it was off. It felt like too many scenic shots were kind of just like 2 seconds too long. Like and they even put like new scenes in there that weren't even in the manga. Other than that, it was a really good season. I actually really enjoyed it. Danger My Heart, incredible. My Happy Marriage was a really good show. 100 Girlfriends, really good. I still enjoyed Mushoku Tensei, even though it wasn't like on the levels of quality of the first season. Magi Revo, these are really good picks in here. Some good stuff to give recognition to. So yeah, me personally, I'm missing my anime of the year in here. So Onimai. Right behind that, yeah, I can acknowledge things like I loved Heavenly Delusion every single week. I loved watching it and just speculating on what's going to happen next, having so much fun talking to other people, going, oh man, what's going to happen next? Let's go crazy. What's the bigger picture? Trying to figure out that stuff was great. Making the connections of this area over here to this area over here was so much fun. Oshinoko was incredible as well. I love it to death. Danger My Heart, love seeing that as number 4. This is more... This list, besides Jujutsu Kaisen being a little bit too high for me, and I had no care whatsoever for Angel Next Door, Spoils Me Rotten, and I didn't care for Enemies and Shadows being this high as well. This list is more in line with me. This list is much more in line with me. Like, I would bring up this, Magic Revo I'd bring up, I'd bring up Mushoku Tensei up, 100 Girlfriends I'd bring up, I drop these down, I drop this down, this a little bit lower, and these up here are just, yeah, the top 4 I'm fine with. Like, really, really great selection, really great, and this is really close, too. I just realized that Vinland Saga, even Danger My Heart behind it. Danger to My Heart, Vinland Saga, Oshinoko, and Heavenly Delusion, they're literally neck and neck. They're all in that little 10% bracket with like an offset of like 0.2. That's incredible. That shows... This is telling. This is extremely telling for me that the voters for this awards right here were mixed and diverse. People that had multiple different tastes, they were voting on this. I mean, if you probably looked at like the awards results for Jujutsu Kaisen, which I don't think they'll ever release. I don't think I've ever released it. It's probably going to be like 40% Jujutsu Kaisen, and everything else gets like measly amounts. Because they're going to the broader audience, that's unfortunately the only show they watch. And that's not, again, not saying that everybody that watches Jujutsu Kaisen, that's the only show they watch. Just let's face it. There is a larger, we're the minority. I acknowledge I'm the minority. There's a larger populace that watch anime, and they watch one show a season. And for them, those 2 seasons was Jujutsu Kaisen. And that's perfectly fine. They don't like all these other shows. They don't have to like my Heavenly Delusion. They don't have to like my Onimai. But I do like the idea of seeing a broader taste in the stuff. And, more importantly, acknowledging all this stuff. Because like I said before, when I was doing the judging for Crunchyroll Anime Awards, what I was telling them is, yeah, hell yeah, I'm on board. Why? Because I love the idea of the populace, the broader populace going, there's an anime awards? Legit? What is it? And they go to look at it and they go, holy crap, this Hell's Paradise? That looks cool. I should watch it. Oh, what's this Eminence and Shadow? Never heard of it. I'm going to watch it. It's at least getting these to eyeballs. It's getting these shows to eyeballs, and that's what I like. And this list is so diverse. It's so spread. There's literally action in here. There's romance in here. There's comedy. There's a cute girl next door. There's comedy action. There's harem comedy. There's fantasy with ED. There's sci-fi. There's, you're kicking the crap out of bad guys. There's Yuri magic spell powers. There's science. There's, zombie apocalypse comedy series. There's a rom-com. It's just, the list goes on. This is what I like. I'm surprised that Hell's Paradise got in here, but not Onimai. That's weird. I think there is like a system for what's actually nominated, and I know a lot of it's based on what wins based on each season, so maybe Onimai didn't do that well back there. But anyways, yeah, I am very impressed. Anime trending besides, well, which one was it? It was Slice of Life, right? besides slice of life, you did good. You did good. Like, now, I will admit that romance, you guys missed Kaguya-sama Love is War as well, which I guess you guys didn't qualify that. I know Crunchyroll qualified it, and they didn't list it. But I'm guessing the 4-episode breakdown of the movie that was aired in one of the seasons was not nominated, or maybe because it was 4 episodes, it didn't get much trending, and so, or much votes in that season, so I could see that. But no, your slice of life list sucks. This is the only thing you guys failed miserably, is your slice of life list sucks. I'm sorry. Like I said before, there's only 2 slice of... Technically, there's only 2 slice of life shows in here. I can maybe give you Angel Next Door. I can maybe give you Horimiya. But yeah, this is not... This not enough slice of life. Yeah, no. And again, you're missing Yuzuki Family 4 Sons, which is literally the epitome of slice of life, and it was so freaking good. So good! Anyways, that's my thoughts on the anime trending list. Yeah, a lot better. My faith in awards ceremonies is restored. And I do like that I'm seeing that there's like a lot of responses from actual creators, what anime trendings like gives them awards for. So I'm glad to see, like, while Crunchyroll's over here, I guess propping up MAPPA for great working conditions for Jujutsu. I say that while I have Action Adventure up here. Propping up MAPPA for their great working conditions and celebrating them as the best studio and everything ever. While they're doing that, over here at least, there's anime trending that is getting acknowledgement from all these other creators that are going, thanks for acknowledging my show, and I'm glad people actually love it. Because that's the sad thing that kind of comes from this, is where my initial love for the Anime Awards and why I became a part of it was because I wanted them to acknowledge anime and celebrate it and be the voice for us. Through us voting through their system would be the broadcast to Japan to tell them thank you for your products, which anybody can do. Go find the Twitter handle for your favorite creator and tell them thank you for your hard work, keep it up, whatever. But it was gonna be that big speaker to yell at them, we love your products, thank you so much for giving this to us. And what it's turned into is just, thank you for shonens. Thank you for bad working conditions where you made some crazy animation and nothing really else. Focus on that. Focus on the big 3 shonens. And that's the only ones we care about. I don't want us to be viewed as that's the only thing we care about. Stuff like this at least tells everybody else, we like your stuff. Like, I'm seeing a lot, I think anime trending often cases are like broadcasting. I think Seventh Loop is doing really well. So the creator of Seventh Loop is really happy about that. They're celebrating every single week that it's doing very well. They're also propping up Danger My Heart Season 2 a lot. So I'm sure we'll see Danger My Heart a lot in the Anime Awards next year for anime trending. So yeah, good stuff. Again, besides your slice of life, which sucks. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, y'all take care.